and assured her of their continued commitment to the party. Pamalik Sise and Babugay Sonko, Deputy Youth Mobilizer and Mobilizer, re-echoed the sentiments shared by the women mobilizers. They informed the Vice President that they have already started selling meat at cheaper costs, and in a few days, sugar, rice and oil will be on sale too. The APRC National Mobilizer Yankuba Koli assured the Vice President that with the commitment on the part of the newly appointed and on his part, they will give President Jammeh 80% and over of the total election votes. The Minister of Youth and Sports, Sheriff Gomez, urged the leaders to work together to achieve the objectives of the APRC party. For VP Njai Saidi, the likes of Ajifatu Sala, Kenda Kasise and Aji Awaja should be emulated. The last to call on the Vice President were members of EDF who are in the country on a needs assessment mission. The team informed the Vice President that they are here not only to assess fish and fishery products, but also general needs of the Gambia in ensuring food products in the country meet EU import standards. The Gambia has been able to address 7 out of 12 recommendations previously made. The team, as part of its activities in the country, will also assist the National Food Council system. For Grts News, I am Aisha Tradabo.
Well, communities and groups have been taking turns to lend support to President Jammeh's agricultural ventures. The women of Banjul Deng and the Yundum Barracks branch of the Soldiers and Officers' Wives Association recently stamped Professor Jammeh's Banjul Deng farm for a weeding exercise. Let's look at this report by Louis Mendy for more on that.
The sense of solidarity demonstrated in this weeding exercise on this plot cultivated with groundnut by the people of Banjul Deng depicts their stance on the green offensive that is gaining impetus in the country. For the volunteers, it is the quest for self-reliance that prompted them to embrace what is seen as a noble cause. What is also spurring them into action is the fact that the produce from all Kanilai family farms are plowed back to society. Landing Koite, the farm manager, and Modulons Jaju, the alcalde of Banjul Deng, were particularly appreciative of the women folk for being so outstanding in all the exercises carried out on the farm so far.
I'm very happy for the turnout that the villagers have manifested once again to the President's clarion call to back to the land. My people are very glad to be associated with this move. Everybody has come out in large numbers, especially the women folks, to help in the farming of the President's land. I'm very proud. I'm very pleased with the turnout, and we are very proud. Anything that we do for the President, we feel is still small.
Another group of people credited for the farm's fine state are soldiers and officers' wives from Yunum Barracks. They descended on this part of the farm cultivated with rice.
I think it is very important for us to be here. As far as we are seeing, the President is doing all means to see to it that there is food self-sufficiency in the country. So to be part of development, I think we should also be here as soldiers' wife.
As the farm work progressed, the man who is championing the national campaign for food self-sufficiency himself paid a brief surprise visit to the farm, an appearance that might have boosted the morale of people answering to his call. Louis Mendy.
The Gambia Association of Local Government Authorities, in collaboration with the Birkama Area Council, recently organized a 2-day sensitization workshop for ward councillors and staff of the council. The workshop, as Ndei Busso reports, is meant for the local authorities to improve consultation and sensitization on strengthening transnational partnerships.
Area Council is one of the 5 local government administrative councils in the country to benefit from the Gambia Association of Local Government Authorities Project GALGA. GALGA and BAC jointly organized the Local Government Authority Consultation Sensitization on strengthening transnational partnership and networks for enhancing participatory local government projects TRAP. Mustafa Njai, Secretary General of GALGA and KMC's newly appointed CEO, explains how GALGA got the grant from their international donors.
This is a program that we enter into agreement with the Urban Council Association of Zimbabwe, and we are also partnering with another association in Ghana. The total cost of the project for the 3 countries is 1.5 million euro. GALGA will be given 500,000 euro as a grant. But this 500,000 euro will be required to pay a counterpart, what we call a counterpart contribution, from the 5 participating municipalities to contribute.
For the lead facilitator of the program, the training will enhance the growth in local government administration.
At the end of the day, we will be able to agree, stakeholders should be able to agree what in your opinion or what in your views or perceptions are the indicators of good local governance, because these indicators are going to vary from between Gambia, Ghana, and Zimbabwe.
The Councillor of Kusamai Ward, Bakari Sane, spoke extensively about some of the benefits participants are expected to gain from the forum.
We are very grateful that you are thinking back and working very hard, especially Galga, to build our capacities and to build the capacity of the communities so that local government decentralization and reform will take place properly in the Gambia.
Lamin Aja Bojang, Vice Chairman, Birkama Area Council, opened the workshop on behalf of Governor Lamin Sane.
Copying of the recommendations and suggestions to help us partner with other countries. We'll be learning as well as delivering and making corrections to get ready for this partnership. There shouldn't be anything hidden, because if you want to learn, you have to put out our true picture so that others can come to our aid.
The regional workshop is expected to pave the way for the national sensitization workshop for all the 5 benefited local governments. For GS News, I am Debusu.
Bank PhD Gambia Limited was on August 6, 2011, taken over by Keystone Bank Nigeria Limited. A media release from the Central Bank of the Gambia states that since Bank PHB Gambia Limited is locally owned incorporate entity, the change of ownership would have no bearing on its operations. Bank PHB Gambia Limited, the dispatch continues, is profitable, highly liquid and well capitalized. As at end June 2011, the release reveals Bank PHB Gambia Limited's capital totaled $200 million, higher than the minimum capital requirement of $150 million. In a sense, the release adds Bank PHB Gambia Limited is in good financial health to meet its obligations to depositors and lender creditors as they arise. The Central Bank of the Gambia assures the general public of seamless business continuity and the ability to discharge its responsibilities in a safe and sound manner. The news release ends. The medical clinic of the diabetic unit of the RVH is being given a facelift by some visiting U.S. Coast Guards and Gambian naval personnel. Modu S. Jallo reports the 2 militaries have been conducting joint military exercises at sea.
United States Coast Guard cutter known as the Ford arrived in Gambian territorial waters sometimes last week. On board the vessel are United States Coast Guards embarking on the African Maritime Law Enforcement Partnership mission, a mission which seeks, among other things, to build the capabilities of their African partner nations to ensure a prosperous maritime environment and foster strong relationships, as well as working together to enhance professional skills, knowledge and experience to combat crime at sea. In a host of activities, the U.S. Coast Guards, together with their Gambian comrades, on Saturday renovated the medical clinic of the diabetic unit at the Royal Victoria Teaching Hospital. This is one of the busiest clinics at the country's main referral hospital, attending to diabetic outpatients. Within hours of work, this place was completely cleaned, painted, and the broken windows fixed. What was one time dilapidated was given a new face look with a clean environment, thanks to a humanitarian gesture by a foreign military from a faraway land, and much to the delight of their ambassador in the country, who made a brief stop over to see the renovation work.
We knew the cutter was coming. They asked what we thought would be the best projects, and we tossed around different ideas, but my idea was to help the hospital, because I know they need some cleaner, better place for their clients, and everybody comes to the hospital, so I thought it was an equal opportunity, good deed.
Ambassador White also reassured her continuous commitment to strengthening bilateral ties between Washington and Banjul.
I told President Jammeh that I am going to make the Gambia look good in the United States. So I'm trying very hard because these guys are my messengers.